Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel. If it's your first time here, my name is Charity and you're watching Booked on Charity. So today I bring you my February book haul. Today is the 26th of February and it is a Saturday, and I don't believe I'm gonna be receiving any more books or buying any more books till probably the beginning of the next month. So I have 4 stacks. I've got books that I bought myself, I've got books that I received from Macmillan, I have a book from NB Publishers, and I've got books from Penguin Random House. So I'm going to start with the publishers. I must say a few of these books, or the 2 of these books, were sent to me unsolicited. Guys, I'm very specific about what I read, so I read through quite a lot of genres, but there's very specific genres that I do not want to read from. For example, I don't read horror, so don't send me horror books. Luckily for me, nobody has sent me horror books yet. But nonfiction, there's very few, very selected nonfiction books that I will read. Number one, I don't read a lot of biographies. There's only very specific people I read from. The Obamas, Will Smith, I'll read from, but I can't think of anybody else that I would want to read their biographies. I don't read self-help books. I feel like they're a waste of time, so I don't do that. What else? I don't read career books, how to make money in 30 days type. I don't read those books. I don't enjoy those books. My main reason for reading is for enjoyment. I read for enjoyment, I read for escapism, so I don't know. So yeah, just hold on, actually. There's the book here that reminds me. Okay, so let's get into the books from NB Publishers. They sent me Love and Above, and this is by SCRIBD, A Journey into Shamanism, Coma, and Joy. Honestly speaking, this is not a book that I'm going to read. This is not a book in a genre that I will read. I read the synopsis. I'm not interested in reading this book at all. I guess it talks about spirituality and things like that, but me being a black woman, if I want to learn about spirituality, and I do want to learn about spirituality, it will be from POC authors. I feel like I will not relate to this woman's experience, so yeah, I'm not gonna read this book because I don't want to criticize anything that she has written, especially because this is a nonfiction and it's based on her experiences with her husband, what they went through, and it seemed very traumatic. So I don't even want to go in here and have to criticize what she wrote down. So unfortunately, I'm not going to be reading this book. And then from Penguin Random House, they sent me Masters of Scale by Reid Hoffman with June Cohen and Deron Triff. Surprising truth from the world's most successful entrepreneurs. I also don't read books like this. In my experience, reading books like this, it always comes from people who have privilege, and that privilege they use to write these books, it does not speak to literally every single person. I don't read books like this, so yeah, fortunately it's a book that's wasted on me, guys. It is really wasted on me. I'd rather receive books that I actually do ask for, even if it's just one book that I ask for from the highlights. It's better than getting 3 books that I'm definitely not interested in. The one that I did receive that I am interested in from Penguin is Black Cake, and this is by Charmaine Wilkerson. This follows, I think, Estranged. So when her estranged children Byron and Benny reunite for her funeral in California, they discover a puzzling inheritance. So yeah, it seems like these kids don't know each other, or maybe they were not very close, and when their mother dies, then they, you know, meet up, and we'll see what happens. This is a buddy read for March, together with a couple of ladies. So I'm not gonna read too much of the synopsis. I had read it, I think, in my most anticipated releases. One thing that I must say though, yeah, I'm happy that some of these books that I'm holding are from my anticipated releases. I don't normally get books that I speak about in my anticipated releases closer to the month that they are released in, so I'm really excited to read this one. And then from Macmillan, by the way, those two books were from Penguin, if I didn't already mention that. From Macmillan, I received The Atlas 6 by Olivia Blake. It says 6 are chosen and only 5 will walk away. Knowledge is carnage. This is like dark academia type book. I believe that I have read the synopsis for this as well. I think it was in my January most anticipated releases. This is a book that I'm reading in March as well, so I'm not gonna go back to read the synopsis of this, but I am so excited for this book. Look how gorgeous this book is. It's absolutely gorgeous. And on the inside of the book, in the beginning of, well, I don't want to say each and every chapter, but they've got these illustrations. Well, is it an illustration? They've got these graphics in here, but they are so pretty. That these sexy people in here. It's so beautiful. I took a reel of this book on my Bookstagram. I will link my Instagram profile down below for you guys to follow. But yeah, I'm really excited to read this one. I'm looking forward to it. Also, they sent me this book. I think this one was in my February most anticipated releases. And this is To Paradise by Hanya Yanagihara. This is the author of A Little Life, which is a book that I probably don't see myself reading. I don't want that kind of pain and struggle in my life. This is a thick book. It's like 700 pages. Look at that. It's very thick. It's probably gonna be one of those that I probably read over a long period of time, like maybe 2 months or so. I'm even afraid to do a buddy read of this book. Or if it is a buddy read, I would need to tell the people, like, yeah, let's do this over 2 months, because it's a lot. It is a lot. Okay, so that's the books from Macmillan. The next set of books are books that I bought myself. The first one is The Upside of Down by Bruce Whitfield, How Chaos and Uncertainty Breed Opportunity in South Africa. This was actually a buddy read for the month of February. I tried to read this book, but guys, already in the first chapter is like a whole quiz, a 16 questions in here that you must answer, and then find out how did you do. Like, I'm not reading a book, I'm not writing an exam. I don't understand what this is. And I read a random sentence in the book because I'm like, I don't even know what's going on here. And I honestly did not agree with what this author wrote. don't, as a black person living in South Africa, I feel like it's very biased, it's very one-sided, and I don't like books based on politics. And unfortunately I had no idea this was it. But this was also a book club pick, and I had to purchase a book for the book club, but I could not do it, so I DNF'd this book. It's definitely getting on hold after this haul. But yeah, I'm really not interested in reading this book at all. The next books I am definitely interested in reading. The first one I have is Ray Bearer, and this is by Jordan Ifueku. Behold What Is Coming. I've been wanting to read this book for so long, so long, and I finally got myself a copy. I still haven't decided on my February TBR. No, not February, my March TBR yet. I still have to film that video, so I have to look at which books are buddy reads, as well as book club pick, and then I can pick other books from there. This month wasn't a good reading month in terms of quantity of physical books, but I listened to like 3 audiobooks, and I'm trying to use this weekend to finish 2 other books so that I can get at least on par with what I expected. I did read House of Earth and Blood this month, so it took up like 2 weeks of February, in which February is already a short month. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to this book. I got this from Bargain Books, so yeah, excited for this one. And I'm also excited to read His Only Wife by Peace Adzol-Mehdi. This was a Reese Witherspoon book club pick. A lot of people love this book. It's filled with drama, family dynamics, and all of that. I'm looking forward to it. Also bought from Bargain Books. Actually, all these books were from Bargain Books. The next book I have is Miss Benson's Beetle, and this is by Rachel Joyce. This is a historical fiction, I believe. I have no idea what it's about, but this is such a pretty book. I remember seeing it on Pebby Books Instagram last year, and I was like, this book looks interesting. I have no idea what it's about, but I don't know, something about the cover makes me want to read this book. And I got it on sale at Bargain Books, so I was like, okay, it's one of the books that have been on my TBR for a while, so I picked it up. The next one I picked up is Mother May I by Jocelyn Jackson, who's the New York Times best-selling author of Never Have I Ever, which is a book that I've not read yet, but I've been really into mystery and thrillers lately. Like, all the audiobooks I've been listening to that were not accompanied by physical books were all mystery / thrillers. So I've been in the mood for that, and like, this is literally my mystery thriller section, well, except for 2 books that are sitting here because I had nowhere else to put them. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to reading this one. Mystery thrillers, I think, have become one of my favorite genres to read. And then the final book I have is Marion Lane and the Midnight Murder. This is a new release as well. No, I lie. This was released in 2021. Probably, but I think it was late in 2021. I think it was because I remember it being in one of the highlights for, I think it was Jonathan Ball Publishers. They had it on one of the highlights, but I didn't receive the book, but I wanted to read the book. This is also mystery thrillers, and it is a historical fiction based in London in 1958. I don't read a lot of historical fiction. Well, from non-African authors, I actually love reading historical fiction from African authors, because I'm using that as a way to learn a little bit about history from here and there, but not from a white person's perspective. So we'll see how this one goes, but I am mostly looking forward to the mystery thriller aspect of this book. So yeah, that is my book haul. Let me see if I can grab all of these books and hold them up for you. They're gonna be quite heavy, especially with To Paradise by Hanya Yanagihara. It's so difficult to say it's not, I guess it's not that difficult to say the surname, but it's difficult because I'm trying to say it in the most correct way and not butcher people's surnames. But yeah, this is my book haul for this month. Okay, and that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and if you did enjoy it, please show that love by giving me a thumbs up down below. Remember to subscribe to this channel if you have not done so already. English is so difficult. And remember to share this video with your friends and family. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye bye.